Jayden Daniels has taken the NFL by storm. Shout out Mario, his biggest fan since day one.
Never
LSU
doubt.
fan.
I've been saying it all preseason.
You called him for Heisman last year. You said he was going to be the best player now. So like, I'm just going to read out his stats, then I'll hand it off to you. We finally have to have the Jayden Daniels conversation. How good really is he? I think he's fantastic. Passing 897 yards, 3 touchdowns, 1 interception with an 82% completion percentage, leading the NFL in completion percentage, 3rd in QBR behind only Darnold and Josh Allen. And he's rushed for 46 times for 218 yards and 4 touchdowns. So 7 touchdowns, 1 turnover, leading the NFL in completion percentage. Mario, this is a historic start to a rookie year.
It is.
How good is Jayden Daniels? He's actually in the MVP conversation, not just Rookie of the Year conversation. And how far can he take this team?
He's, he's fantastic. Everything I said preseason, when we would talk, you mentioned I called him for Heisman last year, but when we were talking about the draft, I was like, I would say it like laughing, but I was serious, because I just knew it
about
sounded
him being the one pick.
About him being drafted over one. Like we could, pull up or link all the videos every time I've talked about Jayden Daniels.
It would take hours.
It would take hours. But we talked about who should be number one, who's like which rookie preseason do we think is going to be the best. Fantasy, I had him top 10 quarterback for fantasy.
Shout out to me for drafting him.
Yeah, fantasy.
Tyler, listen,
8th round, baby.
And he's the only one benefiting right now.
Oh, yeah.
Sharp.
But yeah, the completion percentage and turnovers are
crazy.
What's most surprising to me because the passing isn't that shocking because I did say I think he would be the best passer. I think he was really underrated as a passer, like his accuracy and everything.
Yeah.
The running is not surprising either, but the turnovers, I did think, especially the first half of the season.
That was my biggest thing. I thought he was going to turn the ball
first half of the season. I thought he would have some turnovers, some fumbles, just because it's the Commanders. They don't really have a lot of help.
Yeah.
But dude, no, he's playing out of his mind, and I love to see it because I love Jayden Daniels.
This is a terrible comparison, probably, but honestly, when I was looking at his stats
Way
today,
to preface that.
Just fair warning. I'm very stupid when it comes to NFL. But it kind of reminded me of like prime Drew Brees, but like with wheels. And the only reason hold up. I told you this is gonna be a terrible day.
Let him cook.
No. I just think.
How much Drew Brees have you watched today?
I know Drew Brees. Trust me.
He knows Drew Brees.
I know Drew Brees.
He knows Drew Brees.
I just feel like he's deadly accurate right now. And
you just looked up like highest completion percentage in NFL.
No, not even.
He's not done. He's not done.
I just remember when Michael Thomas was going 100% on his completion rate, and I was like, who was his quarterback back then? Drew Brees.
Oh, so that's how you found out about Drew Brees because of
Michael Thomas is how you found out about Drew Brees?
No, that's how I made
it.
It
wasn't
brought
you
to Drew Brees.
Shout out LSU,
man. It wasn't Colston.
Drew
Brees.
It
wasn't
Slant Boy.
No.
It wasn't Jimmy Graham. It wasn't Colston. It wasn't any
He
of the guys.
invented Slant Boy that season.
Michael Thomas, friend of the pod.
Exactly. That's how my mind went and made the connection.
Sharp.
I went, dang, who has a super high completion? And then
Jayden Daniels.
Yeah. So I think that he's prime Hall of Fame ready quarterback.
That was the whole. Okay, there we go.
Yeah, he's amazing.
I'm in love with Jayden Daniels. I drafted him in fantasy. I'm obsessed with this guy. I talk about him every single week. He is unbelievable, and he's undeniably the best quarterback in this rookie class. And I don't want to hear anything about the help they had. When Caleb was getting drafted, the thing everyone said was this is the best situation for a number one quarterback to go into. By far. These teams never have offensive lines. I don't want to hear about offensive lines. No quarterback gets drafted 1 overall and has a good offensive line. Yeah. Joe Burrow didn't, Trevor Lawrence didn't, Kyler Murray didn't. Literally no one. Yeah. It doesn't happen. So forget about the offensive line. Just offensive help. Caleb has so much more, and the defense on Chicago is 10 times better.
Yeah.
Jayden Daniels has 7 touchdowns and 1 interception. Caleb Williams has 3 touchdowns, 4 interceptions. And then Bo Nix has 1 touchdown and 4 interceptions.
It's not throwing Bo Nix in there. I mean, he's doing.
Well, I'm saying the three rookie quarterbacks.
Same amount of wins as Caleb.
Bo Nix has the least.
No, but all I'm saying is, I feel like I'm not saying he's gonna have a better career, although I do think the answer is Jayden Daniels. But what he's doing is so significant because he's not playing like a rookie. And you could say, it's because he's older or whatever you want to say. But the Commanders were not supposed to be a good team. They had an extremely low win total. I think it was the 3rd, the 4th lowest win total in the league. It was like 5.5 wins. He has them at 3-1. They're now perennial favorites every week. They're favorites this week. So he has this team looking like an actual playoff team as a rookie. And as a result, he's making his running backs better. Teams are so worried about him throwing the ball on the out routes to the receivers or the deep shots that he's been not nailing, and then him scrambling, that Brian Robinson's turned into one of the best running backs in the league as a result of it, because they can't just stack the box anymore.
That's why I drafted him in the 9th round.
Him being as good as he is has completely transformed this entire roster and made them look so much better as a result, which is the job of a quarterback. So I have nothing but positive things to say. I think he's fantastic. I think he legitimately right now should be in the MVP conversation, and he's walking away with Rookie of the Year. It's not even a competition.
I have a couple things. One, I disagree. I think we should talk about the offensive line, because one of the biggest things a rookie quarterback needs is an offensive line, and I think they've done a great job. He has looked like he's had time to do what we know he can do. All these quarterbacks, in my opinion, are talented. I think they're getting better and better every single year. That's why they're getting drafted so high. So, in a circumstance, he's going to be very good unless he gets blitz or whatever it is, a terrible offensive line. I think they're doing a great job watching him play. He gets to pick apart teams, which we know he can do, run through people. His running where he gets the ball and they do the option with Brian Robinson. Yeah. It's every hole is just perfect, and he just is so smart. That's one of his best things, picking away. I think this team just slept on, and if their offensive line holds up, Jayden Daniels is unbelievable. He won Heisman having the most unbelievable stats. We know he's incredible. This team could be a problem to reckon with. Their defense is all right. It's nothing crazy. They still need work to do, but I think Daniels
offensively they're annoying if your team's playing the Commanders.
They just keep going.
They won't go away.
What are you gonna guard?
Tell
me what to guard.
What do you think about this team comp from last year? I was thinking about this a lot when I was trying to compare them to what I think they could do in the playoffs. I think they're a lot similar to the Packers last year. When it was Jordan Love's first season, he came out, no one knew what to do against him. Yeah. And it was a team that was never really they weren't supposed to do anything crazy. They're a quarter away from going to the Super Bowl. It's a team with a sneaky offense that can, sometimes they can play defense, they can turn you over and they can run the ball. I just feel like it was kind of a similar situation to the Packers, where if this team gets in, in a wild card spot and they're playing one of the lower division winners, who knows what could happen. I think that you can make some.
I think with passing, there's I see some similarities to that, because last year the Packers didn't really know which receiver was the one to guard. One game Dontavion Wicks looks relevant. Then all of a sudden Romeo Doubs in the playoffs just goes for 200
now
against the Cowboys.
Jayden Reed
is looking like wide receiver 1 easy. They still have Christian Watson, who at any point can catch a 80-yard touchdown. So I see the comparison there. I do think Terry is a little bit or significantly better than
all the other.
Of course, I'm just talking about the way the team and also I think in the playoffs what they could look like.
The running situation, I think, what makes it kind
of difficult. That front because blocking it with Brian Robinson is just deadly.
And also Jayden Daniels running.
That's what I'm saying. We already know what he is. We didn't know that fall. Brian Robinson was good last year and was impressive, but now with Jayden Daniels.
That's what I was saying.
Who has with a better rookie season, Jayden Daniels this year or C.J. Stroud last year?
Well, my one real quick thing
would be CJ Stroud.
Real quick, and I just to be devil's advocate here, Jayden Daniels hasn't really had to play a defensive team yet, in my opinion, at all.
Goes against this week.
So this I could be This is just it's only been 4 games. It's a small sample size, means nothing. He's looked unbelievable, but Tampa got dicked down by Bo Nix, and I didn't think that was impressive. They played the Cardinals, who I think have no defense. I mean, they've been scoring all week, and the other one was the Bengals, who I think might be the worst.
I would just argue the Bucs have a defense, but
I mean, if Bo Nix can do it to him,
they had one bad game. Then last week their defense looked freaking crazy.
Yeah, I'm saying Eagles.
I would say that's. I mean, Bucs are probably out there, but yeah, I agree.
Week 1 also it was a
Bo Nix he was good, but it wasn't like.
I mean, he has 1 touchdown this season, so it wasn't.
The thing about the Broncos is their defense.
No, yeah,
they might have top 3 defense in the league, and no one even knows.
Yeah, I mean, his next 2 games goes home against the Browns and then in Baltimore. So we'll find out.
In Baltimore would be interesting because Browns will be.
But it's their first real
real
defense against a real
actual top
rusher.
15 pass rusher.
Top 3 pass rusher.
Yeah.
In Myles Garrett, they're gonna have to.
It'll be interesting.
But no, I think we're all on the same page. I mean, it's been so much fun to watch this guy play football, and to see a rookie actually being productive and just killing it in fantasy is so fun again.
That's my favorite thing. Fantasy is just.
It's tough when you see these players Caleb Williams or the Trevor Lawrences or anyone who has gets drafted 1 overall and their first season's just horrific. Mm-hmm. And you're just it's painful watching him play. Jayden Daniels the opposite. Number 2 overall pick, no stress. He's chilling.
No, let's hop off. I'm not done with Caleb Williams yet.
Oh, of course.
He's 2-2.
I mean, the guy will end the season with 11 touchdowns, 14 picks, and Ryan's hold on.
I mean, if they make the playoffs and he plays well, and
he ends with 11 touchdowns, I will cut off my pinky.
I'll bet you any amount of money he ends with more than 11 touchdowns.
No, I won't.
He
do
probably
that.
will. I mean, he has three.
Yeah,
He has
for
it's
sure.
quarter of the season. He has 3 touchdowns, so he'll probably end around like that 14, 15, 16.
I just hate him so much. But not Caleb Williams.
I
Yeah,
also
we
think
made
I
sure not
haven't
to
looked
talk.
at the Bears schedule, but they have to have like a run where they go against like a couple easy teams in a row. I think that whenever
It's just the
that
NFC,
happens,
NFC North.
I mean, that's right now.
NFC
They,
North
they
is
play
flat.
Panthers, Jags, Commanders, Cardinals, Patriots.
Same. They win
That's
4
their
to
next
5,
five
get to
games.
6 and
They
3.
win 5
yeah.
games.
So like this is like the time when Caleb Williams like
Should show.
over these next 5 games.
Yeah, you should be able to
find
do
He's
his
looked
so.
better
footing.
the last 2 games. He just can't, he just turns the ball as a rookie. He's doing why Jane Daniels is so good. Doesn't turn the ball over.
And he
That
completes
and
all his
also
passes.
I think
I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
Keenan Allen being
you
back
gotta
might help.
trust yourself. I like even against the Bengals, like Jayden Daniels told his coach, "Give me the ball on 4th and 4."
Yeah, I got you.
Like I'm gonna. They can't stop me.
No, he's him.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like Caleb Williams. Like there's a lot of times like when I'm watching like
He's
announcers
just painting
talk.
his fingernails on the fucking sideline.
Well, it's not
Yeah,
even that.
I
Like
mean-
he'll have a read and like he'll like double
Slow
clutch
it
or
down,
hitch
yeah.
at it and like not throw it and then hold on to the ball. I just think it's a trust thing. You know, NFL's a lot faster, so I think he'll be fine. But yeah, happy Jane Daniels.
No, it'll be fun. Watch these rookie quarterbacks keep playing. Jayden Daniels got to test these next couple games. We'll see how he does against real defenses.